So what's up, guys? OddMan105, aka the Odd One here. And you know, it's come to my attention that we haven't done a car customization and review in a very long time, let alone an episode of Flipping Cars. So you know what? Welcome to this week's car customization and review, and to this week's episode of Flipping Cars GTA 5 Edition, where we'll take a free car from the street or an inexpensive car from the in-game websites, customize the crap out of it, and if we like what we see when we're finished, we'll keep it. And if we don't, we'll sell it. This week, we're customizing this bad boy right here. The Schyster Deviant. One of the best looking muscle cars in the game, in my opinion. Now, before we begin, whether you're OGs to my channel or you're new here, thank all of you very much for your support. I really do appreciate it, and consider subscribing while you're here. It helps out the channel a great deal, and it's absolutely free. Don't forget to click the bell icon for future notifications. Leave a couple of likes while you're here because they all help out the channel a ton. And hey, while you're here, check me out on Twitter at OddMan105. Okay, let's begin. Okay, so the Schyster Deviant is designed after the 1972 AMC Javelin. More specifically, a modified version of the Javelin designed by the Ring brothers called the Javelin AMX Deviant. And this car is the spitting image of that vehicle. This thing is absolutely gorgeous, even without modifications. Now, this vehicle has a normal in-game price of $512,000, but I bought this at like 50% off. So for me, it was just under $260K, which is why it qualifies for an episode of Flipping Cars. This was an inexpensive vehicle, and it's an absolute steal in my opinion. So what I want to do with this build is come as close as possible to the Ring brothers' AMX Javelin as possible. So let's get in this thing, kick the tires and light the fires and start customization, and we'll customize it right here. So I'll see you guys at the customization stall. Okay, let's get started with this. Armor, 100%. And this is a muscle car, by the way, so that'll be fun. Brakes, race brakes. Bumpers, front. So we can remove the stock bumper. We're not going to do that. You can remove the splitter, add just a plastic splitter, primary painted splitter, extended, chin spoiler, plastic extended, carbon, and carbon splitter. I'm going to keep the stock bumper, and you guys will see why in just a minute. So we'll keep that stock. Okay, bumpers, rear. So you've got stock, stepped, chrome with plastic trim, primary bumper, chrome. I think what we're going to do is go with the chrome bumper because the original AMX has a chrome bumper on it, so let's match it. Engine, full upgrade. Exhaust. So we've got rear exhaust, which looks okay. It looks okay, but the AMX Javelin Defiant has side pipes on it. And see, this looks pretty fire. This looks really nice, in my opinion. It does. But since we're mimicking the AMX Defiant, let's go. We can put side exhaust on this one. So I think that's what we do. That's pretty nice. Let's do the side exhaust. If we don't like it, we can change it later. The grille. So we've got stock, single grille, which takes out the centerpiece. I kind of like the centerpiece where it is. Okay, you've got dark chrome slats, secondary. I'm not feeling any of these so far. That looks okay. And let's see. Let's just kind of thumb through them. Okay, classic grille. That's pretty close to the original. Man, this is a tough choice. This thing's got some pretty good customizations on it. Okay, let's go with the classic grille. That works for me. The hood. So you've got the stock hood, which looks really nice. It looks exactly like the factory hood from the real car, so we may keep it stock. Let's see, you've got vented, carbon, secondary hood. We're going to keep the primary and secondary colors the same. So let's see, you've got exposed, supercharger, scooped. We're not going to do hood scoops or anything like that. So I think we will keep this one. So let's keep the hood stock. Let's keep the hood stock, that's fine. The horn we'll leave standard. Lights, headlights, let's go xenon. We won't do a neon kit for this. Okay, livery. Okay, so you've got yellow pinstripes, gray stripes, classic white stripes, negative stripes. This is pretty close, by the way, so we'll probably go with that one. Two-tone, RJ farthings, Aero gasoline, alpha male, lowrider, globe oil. Okay. Okay, let's go with the negative stripes. That's as close as we can possibly get to the Ring Brothers Defiant version. So let's grab that one. Lost theft we have. Plates, and you guys already know what it is. Black and yellow, baby. The respray, primary. Let's go metallic on this one, and let's see. What I want to do is, you got that yellow. Race yellow, I think, is really close. Yellow looks fine. I think race yellow is better because that's as close as we can possibly get to the original thing. So let's do race yellow on this one. And the pearlescent, just to double check, is yellow. And we'll keep the pearl the same. Secondary. Let's go metallic, and we'll make the secondary. Yeah, the secondary is ice white. We're not going to do that. Let's make that yellow as well. Okay, we'll make the secondary race yellow. It's coming together. I like it. Trim color. Now, I kind of think we should leave the trim color alone, which is what, the seats? It's only the seats. Okay. Wow, that's kind of weird. Okay, so because we're trying to be different, race yellow seats, that is kind of that's kind of weird, but it's different, so you know what, let's do it. Actually, that doesn't look half bad in there. I like it. It's a nice contrast with the black. Okay, crew emblem goes on the door, but we won't do that. The roof. Okay, you've got the liveried roof, and I think this is what we want. That's as close as we can get to the real thing. And you've got the carbon roof. So let's go with the liveried roof on this one. Let's do that. Spoiler. Now, the original car has a nice ducktail spoiler, which is what we have here, believe it or not. So you've got smooth ducktail, carbon, notched ducktail. Just out of curiosity, yeah, we have to add a spoiler option, even though it's got a spoiler on there, because that gives us the traction bonus. So it's a tough choice. I like the original spoiler because that mimics the factory spoiler on the car. But I'm not seeing any other option that's close enough to it. So I think what we're going to do is, let's keep the spoiler stock. Let's keep the factory spoiler on this thing. And that's because this looks exactly like the factory AMX spoiler, so we'll keep that. Suspension, believe it or not, it's low enough as it is, but you can slam this thing. That's ridiculously low. I think, you know, in my opinion, it's low enough. It looks fine the way it is. That's too low. I mean, we can lower it a little bit, but the wheels are already in there, so we'll keep the suspension stock. Transmission, full upgrade. Turbo, full upgrade. Wheels, wheel type. I think what we want is in street. And let's see here. Now, we can go with the muscle car style wheels, but I think that's going to take away from the look that we're going for. So let's go with, see if we can find them. These wheels would look fine, believe it or not, but the Ring Brothers AMX Defiant has something that looks like, let's see, these right here. Has a set of these on there, and they're painted in black. So let's go with the Mercy concaves on this. There we go. let's paint those puppies all black. And look at that. That is nasty. Look at that. That is exactly what I'm going for here. Okay. Tires. Tire design. Yes, please. We'll go atomic white. Enhancements. Bulletproof. Smoke. Well, I mean, green tire smoke is 50% off, but that's going to take away from the look of the car. So we'll skip tire smoke. And windows, you know we got to blacken them out. And there it is. Check this thing out. Look at that. That is nasty. That's a sick looking car. Exactly what I was going for. Okay, so I think we're done here. Okay guys, so a quick change in plans here. As you can see, the front grille and bumper don't have a whole lot of chrome, if any at all. So what I want to do is match the rear with the front. So let's go for kind of a resto mod look here on this one. So I've been experimenting with the rear. And this is what the stock bumper looks like. So I think what we're going to do, rather than go full chrome, which was our original choice, let's go with the primary bumper with the plastic strip. And that gives it a little bit of contrast back there. So let's do that. That looks better. And I think that's pretty much it. I'm going to keep the rear spoiler the same because I like the ridge supports on the rear spoiler. That gives it a nice contrast so that it's not completely smooth. So I think we'll leave that alone. And that's pretty much it. This car is ready to go. Okay, so with that being said, when the sun comes up, we'll test drive it. But for now, let's park it. Okay guys, and we're back, and check it out. Absolutely beautiful. I love the subtle changes that we've made to it. That yellow absolutely pops in the sunlight, and that livery works. Absolutely works. And the rims are perfect on this car. I love it. Okay, let's send it. A lot of wheel spin. This thing's got a lot of low-end torque on it. Okay, well this is not a slow car. But it's loose. Holy cow, this is loose. Oh, there we go. You missed me. Oh my god, this car is mental. This car is absolutely mental. This thing is fast. But handling is really loose on this thing, but I think that's what makes it a fun car to drive. First person. That was close. So this thing's got pretty mediocre handling, but again, I think that's what makes this a fun car to drive. Braking is pretty good. This is not a slow car, but this is one of the worst handling muscle cars in the game, I think. In my opinion, for what I paid for it, absolutely worth it because this car is gorgeous and it's a fast car. Just don't plan on winning any races with it. Okay, let's take a really quick look at the interior. So, really nice job on the engine rendering. You've got the under the hood blower, really nice touch. You've got the interior, if we can get around the door, there we go. Standard classic OG muscle car interior, not bad. Pretty good rendering on it. You've got the yellow seats, which I think gives it a nice contrast. And you've got the rendering of the trunk, not bad. Overall, I like it. This is a gorgeous muscle car. Okay guys, and we're back, and all I can say is that this has to be the worst handling muscle car in the entire game, hands down. This thing is so loose in the back, it's ridiculous. It is. But I think that's also what makes this a fun car to drive. It takes a little skill. But this car is not slow. This is a fast car. For an OG muscle car, this car is a ton of fun to drive. Just don't expect to win any races in it. Seriously. Now the appearance, I love the styling of this car. It's got that classic but futuristic muscle car look about it. And I mean, it's all the part, believe it or not. This is a gorgeous car. The yellow with that black livery and the black rims, perfect choice in my opinion. I love the way it turned out. So with that being said, we're not flipping this car. This stays in my garage. I'm adding this one to my collection. I absolutely love the way it looks. I don't plan on racing it anyway, so that's fine. So with that being said, guys, this video is a wrap. I've been OddMan105, aka The Odd One, coming to you live from the LS Car Meet with another episode of Flippin' Cars GTA 5 Edition, the Schyster Deviant. If you guys found this video informative or entertaining, then you know what to do. Smash that subscriber button, hit that bell icon, leave a like or two, and don't forget to check me out on Twitter at OddMan105. And I will see you guys when I see you guys in the next video. Please stay safe, and remember, don't just start the fire, bring the smoke, and take care out there.